The Socket.io library provides a standard way for the server to send content to the browser without being solicited by the client, and to allow messages to be passed back and forth while keeping the connection open. A two-way bidirectional, ongoing conversation can take place between a browser and the server. Socket.io protocol enables more interaction between a browser and a website. This performance makes the Socket.io protocol an easy choice for communicating when it's necessary to deliver live content and create real-time games. The Socket.io library is easy to use and is used in this tutorial to create a chat server. At the first place, we need to add the Socket.io client files at the script folder. For that, let's navigate to the website folder, Node Modules, Socket.io, Node Modules, Socket.io client, and dist folder. Copy all the existing items and then navigate to the script folder to pass the copied files. Now go ahead and open the entry point file to your program, web.js file. Then make a call to the Socket.io package. We're gonna also use the Socket.io object to call the listen method and pass in the server object as parameter to indicate the server that the socket will be listening to. When using Socket.io, we must always deal with the server file web.js that centralizes and manages connections from different clients connected to the website, and at the same time deal with the client file, which is the default .html file that connects to the server and displays the results in the browser. The default HTML file contains a reference to the external default JavaScript that we will use to write our client-side JavaScript code. So go ahead and open the default JavaScript file. At the first place, we're gonna create a socket variable that we're gonna use to connect to the server and also to create events and call events. Then we're gonna use the jQuery ready function to make JavaScript code available after the document is loaded. The ready function accepts a callback function as parameter. Inside the callback function, we need to access to the global I/O variable and use the connect function to connect to the server when the page is loaded. The connect function accepts a single parameter and indicates the path of the server to connect in. The socket variable is not yet declared in the server side, so we're gonna use the connection event that is defined by the Socket.io library. So go ahead and switch to the web.js file and then subscribe to the connection event by using the Socket.io entry point method, io.socket.on. That accepts a callback function that occurs when a client connects. Inside the callback function, send a message to the console and indicate that a new client has been connected. Now open the command prompt and run your application to check if Socket.io protocol runs correctly. As you can see, the socket is listening to the server and it's waiting for a connection. So let's open the browser and navigate to localhost at port 8080. When the request is received by the server, a response is sent to the browser to display the default web page that will then communicate with the server in real time via Socket.io. Then the server executes the callback function added to the connection event, and a message is sent to the console indicate that a new client has been connected. Now that the client is connected, we're gonna exchange messages between the client and the server. I propose that the server sends a message to the client when it comes to connect to confirm that the connection worked fine. Socket.io uses an event system. In fact, we create events that we subsequently call from the client to the server and vice versa. So in the default JavaScript file, we're going to use the socket.io method to create an event that will be triggered when a message comes from the server. The socket.on method accepts two parameters. At the first parameter, we define the name to the new event, which is my event. The second parameter contains a callback function that will be executed when the event occurs. You can also pass variables through the event as parameters by the callback function. Here we're going to define a parameter of type string that will contain our message received from the server. We're going to set the name to message. Now we create an alert that contains the message sent by the server and that will be executed when the message is received. Now that you know how to create an event, the other thing is to call one. To do so, go ahead and switch to the web.js file. And then we're gonna use the socket.emit method that allows us to call an event from the client to the server or from the server to the client. The socket.emit method accepts an obligatory parameter, which is the name of the event, an optional parameter to transfer content to the event. The myEvent event had defined a single optional parameter to receive a message from the server, so I will simply write connection succeeds at the second parameter. Now save both files and restart the application to check the results. Then go ahead and refresh your page. As you can see, an alert just shows up indicating that the connection is successfully established.